Alright guys, so far I've owned this flatbed for, let's see, going on 9 or 10 months now. I've done a lot of towing with it. I've done a lot of bumper pull with it. I've towed car trailers, I've towed my camp trailer, I've towed my snowmobile trailers. This hitch is awesome. It's as good, if not better, than the factory hitch, in my opinion. And I do love the fact that this thing, I just had this opened up, it's got a waterproof seal, and it's got a nice spring in there to seal that down, and it's also got a really nice 4-pin underneath the 7-pin here with another really nice watertight seal. So far this has been working great. I don't ever use 4-pins, but if I ever had to pick up a buddy's trailer or something that was a 4-pin, it's there. I normally just run an adapter. The one thing I liked about this install was the wiring was pretty easy to do. I did have to take and do some soldering. I took my plug and put my factory plug from my bed, a wiring harness, onto this bed, which was pretty easy to do, but it was pretty much plug and play. It was really pretty simple. But yeah, I can't remember what this is rated for, but I went ahead and ordered the bed with the best rating for the tow package. I tow a lot of weight. The B&W, I think it's B&W, built-in hitch, the gooseneck hitch, is an awesome feature that's on my B&W. I do believe it's a 22 or 24,000, tells you right here, 26,000 pound gooseneck built into this bed. And it also, I put all my straps in here because I don't have a road box on here yet. But yeah, I put all my ratchet straps in here, bungee cords, and it keeps them dry in here. And also, there's another plug-in right here for your gooseneck trailers, so you don't have to run one down to that plug down below. This is pretty cool. It just slides over, latches in place, and I've noticed that water doesn't get in there. I don't know what they did on the designing of that, but I don't have those straps never get wet. It has a steel construction diamond plate here, 2-piece welded down the middle. I like it, but it is also really slick. You get snow up here or rain, it's really slick. I've been thinking about putting a rhino lining down on this. It's got the stake pockets. I do like, at first I wasn't sure about if I was going to like this edge. I do like this edge on mine. My bed has the brake lights and the reverse lights built into. I'll show you that in a minute. We'll go over lights on this. It's got the heavy duty headache rack. I want to say I put 2.5 tons, either 2 or 2.5 tons of hay on the flatbed. And it was awesome. It hauled it no problems. The lighting's awesome. They hit the nail on the head when they designed the lighting on this bed. You can see this bed miles down the road when you hit the brake lights. It's pretty cool with all these LED lights on it. We just finished up with that fuel neck. I'm not a big fan. This is a piece of plastic, and it does have, for your newer beds, it does have, or newer trucks, has your def port here, but this is all plastic. This is a piece of plastic in here. I think they need to step up their game and do something a little bit different with this fuel. It would be nice to actually have maybe a door here, I would think, and have this more inset maybe. I don't know. I just don't. This seems cheap to me, but the bed quality is awesome. I'm really happy with the welding on this bed, the manufacturing that went into this bed. I haven't had any problems. Now, when I went to order this from a dealer here in town, or in another town 15 miles from my town, I was promised this bed was going to be 4 to 6 weeks out, because mine was a little bit special order because it was a short bed. This is a short box, by the way. And I didn't get this thing for, if you've been subscribed to my channel, it was like a almost 5-month process, and they ended up discounting me some money on the bed. But yeah, and it wasn't the dealership's fault. CM, I think, put out too many advertisements, and they sold a bunch of beds this last year, and they just couldn't keep up with the demand. I don't know. That's what I was told anyway. The one goofy thing about the bed that I don't like is how the metal is bent right here on the headache rack. And you've got this weird bend to it. I just think they should have came up maybe and then two-stepped it. I don't know. From back, it looks great, but from the side here, that weird bend gets me every time I look at it. It just looks goofy to me. I don't like it, but that's the only thing design-wise I don't like about the bed. Yeah, let's go ahead and put you on the tripod and fire up some lights, and I'll show you the cool LED lights on this bed. Alright guys, here is your running lights. This is if you were going down the road right now at nighttime and just had your running lights on. One thing, this is another for the lights. You got all these cool LED lights, but they skimped out and put two old school license plate lights. I think CM needs to step their game up on those two lights right here, in my opinion. I just think it's a little cheesy looking. You got all these nice, pretty new lights, new technology lights, and you've got two old school incandescent bulbing to light up your license plate. I think that's, I don't know what the new 2019 model has in store, but this 2018 C&M bed, that's one thing that bugs me. I think I'm going to be swapping those bulbs out for LEDs here shortly. But these cool little, I don't even know what you call these little small little LED bulbs, they're really bright. I don't know if the camera does it any justice, but so you've got the back here, and then on the side, don't know if you guys can see that really good, but let's go to the other side without sun. You've got this guy right here, and you also have that orange one right there on the front. But yeah, so that's your running lights. Now when you hit your brakes, there's your brake lights. Now we got your turn signals, which I'm just going hazard lights to show you guys how bright those suckers are. I mean, you really, I don't know if the cameras, I mean, we might have to do a nighttime drive with the GoPro on the back to show you how bright these are. I don't know if the camera in the garage here is doing any justice, but alright, there's your reverse lights. I like these reverse lights. They are super bright at nighttime. I'm thinking about putting 12 volts to a switch in the inside on a toggle to turn these on, like if I was out doing hay, picking up bales at night in the evening on a summer evening. That would be nice to have those on to see what you're doing. And it does, we're gonna have to do a nighttime. I'll go out tonight and I'll film a little bit on how bright these are how bright these lights really are. And I think I'm gonna add a couple more lights, to be honest. I think I'm gonna do some down low. I like light when I'm backing up at nighttime, but that's the lighting on the flatbed. So anyway, guys, that's my 2018 CM flatbed. All my buddies either have Bradford built, I think is what you call them, or they have Pro Line that's around here. This same bed in a Pro Line started without lights, with all the goodies and stuff, and the built-in hitch for $4,000. I think I got $4,200 was what I got quoted for a bed from a local company here called Pro Line. And I was like, really? That's twice the amount of money that I got quoted for this bed. And Bradford built, I think, I didn't really look into it much. I just didn't like their design. They do have a good looking flatbed. I don't think that the quality is much different than this one, but it's more expensive in price. This CM bed only cost me, with the wiring harness that I bought, which still had to be spliced in and soldered, I think I was a little over $2,000 for this bed. They didn't give me a deal because it took them forever to get me the bed. But yeah, this is on a 2001 Ford F-250 7.3 Power Stroke. I did have a couple people ask me about when I'm towing trailers, have really heavy load, about the tires actually squatting too much. Look how much room I've got here. I've got a lot of room, even though it doesn't look like it. This sits right down on the frame. I do have airbags. They're not hooked up at the moment. We're going to be doing that this winter. I'm going to get these bags working again. No, this bed sits right on the frame rail, even though you got a gap there. But then the frame humps up right here. It sits on the frame rail. I put a piece of box tubing back here. I think that's a 1x. I still need to get in here with some paint and paint these damn spots. But yeah, I would recommend doing a flap here because all your lighting's here and they didn't really close in the plates all the way. I was thinking about hanging a flap, but I haven't had a problem yet. But yeah, my 2018 CM truck bed, I do like it. I've seen a lot of flatbeds, and I've never been a big fan of a squared back. This cool curvature back here, I like it. It gives the bed character. So yep, it's dirty. It gets used. Yeah, let's go out and do a nighttime. We're gonna go ahead and wait, and we'll catch you here in a little bit. We'll go out, we'll wait till it's dark. We'll do some reverse lights. I've got a spot where it's really dark right outside of town here, so you guys can see how nice the backup lighting is. So I'll catch you this evening, guys. Hope that kind of gives you an idea on how this thing illuminates at nighttime. Pretty well lit up. Well lit up. Gives you a nice lit workspace out here. I don't know how well this camera's showing how bright this is, but the one thing that sucks, and I'll show you this right now, is when you're driving down the road and you look in your mirror, you see those two running lights all the time. That's a view shot in the mirror. That's the only complaint that I have about the lighting on this and the two. So yeah, those are my only two complaints: is the lighting in the mirror and the license plate lights that are not LED. But other than that, this thing is lit up like a dang Christmas tree. Well, if you've liked this video, give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, and we'll catch you next time on Central Oregon Shenanigans, guys.